Good.
Good morning.
Snap, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well. Beautiful day today, and so excited for what's coming. And yes, we're going to do mermaiding today with a former client, and it's just, I'm looking forward to be a mermaid today. Hi.
I
Yes.
love
So,
when we
mhm.
have those opportunities that come our way, then we're just like, okay, well done. Let's do this. Something different, but we're going to do it.
Yes, that's just so open, and that's how, I'm so happy and grateful to meet all these people. And there's so many, like I have so many, like I became a client to so many of my clients because they're doing now fabulous things, and I also want, they're developing and prospering. So like that's it's so beautiful to be in touch with all those wonderful people that now prosper in what they do. And I could give you a list of people that just do so many wonderful things, but I know you do too.
The less we surround ourselves with people, that are going to keep that vibration so much higher, that are going to keep our vision with us, so surrounding yourself with people that have the same goals, the same vision, the same mindset as you is so, so important, because a lot of people will slip back into that lack mindset, the mindset of, gossiping and being around people that are negative. And it's so important to keep your spirits, your vibration, your energy up at a level that's, you're not coming right down, hitting rock bottom again. It's so important.
Exactly. And furthermore, like I know for a fact that without my coaching, they wouldn't have opened their business or wouldn't be in business at all. And now they're like, now that they can unfold, there is like, it's, I lifted them up one step and they lift me up now the next step. And it's just an upward spiral. So if you listen to this and you feel attracted to like, there is, I don't even find the words, there is this upward spiral with all the relationships, whether it's for work, for coaching, for neighborhood and everything. So there is this I don't know the words today, Jackie. But there is this upward spiral that mutually benefiting.
It's energy, Nadine. It's that volume of keeping your spirit, the rhythm up,
Yes, yes. And
you know.
there is also a very interesting story from just yesterday. Yesterday I went with my kids. There is a holiday here in Switzerland, or I don't know in what parts of the Christian world. It's Ascension Day here, so it's a day off, and we promised to our kids to go and have a ride on a motor boat. Okay, so like this, that without the licenses and stuff. And then
jet,
we went to a place. Sorry?
jet skis.
No, not the skis, a
Eh,
motor boat.
Jet skis is a jet skis.
No, it's not the jet skis. Like that's next level thing then, I guess. And I think they have to grow a little bit for jet ski. It's just a boat that we
Oh,
can kind of rent and drive a little around and then bring it back after 1 hour, 2 hour. So that's what we intended to do. Anyways, we know that place in Zurich where we saw it, where we did it once, where it was fabulous. And then we went to another town, and there it was just literally double the price. And then I was like, no, that's not like, why to pay double the price? Then let's just do it another day when we go back to Zurich. And then it was like, oh, is this scarcity? Is it not like? And then my husband just said, let's walk down this the Riviera here, the yeah, the streets
the
with all the cafes. And is it the Riviera in English, or is it
yeah,
like, yeah?
no,
So, and to see if there is another place. And I knew there isn't. I mean, we've been there before. We've walked there. I even searched the internet, so I knew there isn't. But I was like, okay, let's have fun there. We already got there. Let's make a round. Maximum, we'll come back. So anyway, there was this Jubilee event of a vintage boat association, and they offer tours for free.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
just give a donation and yeah, and just join one of the boats. They have about 8 boats, vintage boats, motor boats as well. And so we hopped on one of them, and then we got this tour with a captain. There was also a Swiss sailing regatta championship. And so
No.
we got explanations. We got to drive up and down, up and down. It's like here they turn and they do this and they do that. We got the whole experience that we wanted to that we wanted, that we manifested, but so much better. The
No.
same for no payment at all. Well, actually, we donated then more than like, but more than I expected, let's say. But it was so good, so it was worth it. And then I was in my abundance. That's why I was donating, a lot, because that was a feeling of abundance. I just was reminded by the universe, if you don't get what you want at this specific place or time, so something much better is waiting around the corner. And it
So,
was just such a big realization once again that I just have to wait. Like, if it's not exactly what I want, it was kind of, but I didn't want to have it this way. Like, something wasn't right. So
mm,
something much better is around the corner. And that's it. Just
that's
trust.
such a beautiful story, because a lot of times when we don't get the job we want, when we don't get the relationship we want, when we don't get, the client that we want, we need to look back and look at it and say, well, it's not meant for me. It's really not meant for me right now. Universe, bring me something better than this. And that will always happen. Beautiful. Well, Nadine, we got to finish chapter 5. So I'm going to start reading now. What did you title it?
Oh, trust and faith. That's what this section is about. And also from trust to faith. Do you know the difference? So let's read. What is it?
Thank you. All right. So the people most troubled by finances are the people who worship the dollar rather than the power behind it. And that's
Yes,
vitally important to remember, Are we looking at 10 euros, $10, 20, $50, euros, whatever currency it is? Or are we looking at, the value behind it? So exactly your story, you weren't prepared to pay that, but you got something much better. So it's the value behind it and the abundance and the prosperity that comes from that experience.
exactly.
There are idolaters, so to speak, but they worship the coin, the manifest symbol, instead of the source from which it springs. Our government adopted the inscription, "In God we trust," for our money, to remind us that God is the cause and supporting principle of all form. Think what it would do to our supply if every time, yes, we received or paid out money, we made the affirmation, "In God we trust," or "In the universe we trust," or "In the energy we trust." When I pay something, I'm not paying it with malice. I'm not paying it with, "Rah." I'm paying it with love. And that's what we've got to turn it around. Every time you pay something, it's like, wow, thank you for what I received.
Exactly.
What a change in our affairs it would make. Now hold these 4 words for a few moments. Say them over to yourself. In God we trust. What does the affirmation do for you? It takes all responsibility for demonstration from your shoulders. It puts God first in your finances. It connects you with your source. I like that. I really like that. So
Exactly.
really, ever you paying a bill, say thank you. Really have that gratitude. And maybe today that's a challenge for us, Every time you've got to go and spend some money, really put and, say whatever you want to say that makes you, but really just say thank you. Thank you to the shop assistant. Thank you for the money in my bank account. Thank you for the fact that we can pay on a card. Thank you that ATMs draw the money. Thanks.
And also, as we said, that we can replace God by universe source, but also with consciousness. So it's in consciousness we trust, or put consciousness first in your finances. And that doesn't mean that you now meditate on your checks. That doesn't mean that you meditate on the symbols that you want to manifest into the physical, but it means that you really feel it with your like, you give it the details in your thinking, and that you feel it in your heart. It's not enough to just think about it. It's not enough to say, yes, I trust in God, but not to have this connection to your own consciousness.
Correct. Yeah.
Because that was when I read in the story before, as soon as I could release from my need to be in charge of, no, this is the place and the only place I could get a boat, then, and I was like, okay, so universe, show what you have in store. Because I manifest, I connected to the experience I wanted to have, and so I got the experience, and so much better.
Exactly. So, did you ever go to a mint and see how easily money is made? It is just as automobiles, refrigerators, radios, clothing, and vacuum cleaners are made. Money is a symbol, an outward and visible sign of an inward and spiritual substance. That is why we seek the cause. The kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, Lo here, or to there. Sorry, I'm missing a line here. To behold the kingdom of God is within you. Do not look for that which is already yours. Release what you already possess into manifestation. The cause is within you. In God we trust. And the world was made flesh and dwelt among us. If you are working in the unmanifest, you can be prepared for many surprises. With God, all things are possible. He will use any and all channels to bring you your good to you. Nothing can hinder or impede its action. So be
Yes,
careful.
so let's just give some explanation on this. If you're working in the unmanifest, means, for those who haven't been last week, means that you work in the consciousness, in this formless substance, in this God particles, in this, the things we cannot see but we feel in our heart that it's there. And then when it says here, the cause is within yourself, or do not look for which is already yours, is that you have to know that you deserve it, that you have the right to it, that you own it. And as soon as you know in your heart, it can manifest it. If you stay in the want, so there is lack, and that's why it doesn't manifest the way we want. So if you go to the unmanifested, like the pregnancy of the thing coming into the physical world, so stay there, be there, and then release. Similarly, as in pregnancies, just because I brought it up, you have to release. You cannot help the baby grow faster. So there is a due time, and you nurture it, you form it, you give it all the resources, and then you release, because the body knows what to do. So it's the very same. You impregnate. We had this word before, right? An idea. You nurture the seed with your consciousness, and then you release.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the dictionary defines trust as a reliance or practical resting of the mind on the integrity, veracity, justice, and other sound principle of another person, or upon his friendship, or upon his promises as involving these faith. St. Paul has defined faith as the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And that's the faith we need to have to be able to believe that it's definitely going to be our way. Do you understand that definition? It means that you must step out on the promise of God and dare to make your claim, dare to claim his wealth and prosperity, dare to penetrate appearances and acknowledge him as your needed supply. Dare to trust him and lean on him through thick or thin. You are told to keep your thoughts above the symbol at all times, because every good and every perfect gift is from above, the unmanifest, and cometh down from the Father of light, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Instead of thinking of currency, stocks, mortgages, and bonds, let us think, in God we trust. Instead of thinking, I can't afford it or I am broke, let us think, in God we trust. Faith is both substance and evidence, both cause and effect. Wow. So now we're
Yeah.
going to day with a bit of a meditation, and this is my favorite part, just to really sit back, close your eyes, and listen to what we say here, because it really is part of that processing, just letting it sink in. So the meditation goes: the cattle on 1,000 hills are mine, the world is mine, the universe is mine, for I am the child of God, free from all bondage. I am free, I am rich, I am powerful. I am one with all good, and for everything is mine to use. I claim my highest good now, and nothing can keep it from me. Wow.
Amazing. And the birds in your background were just giving you this background energy. So perfect. Thank you so much, Jackie. That was so beautiful.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Nadine. All right. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back next Friday, same place, same time. And please join us for chapter 6. We begin chapter 6 next week. I'm so excited.
And meanwhile, create your prosperity. And once again, if you want guidance on that, Jackie and I are very happy to guide you, to give you the exercises, the resources to appropriate that kind of prosperity, because it's already yours.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nadine. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye-bye.